So many great comic book movies out this week with Aquaman and Into the Spider-Verse. See how they affected this next list.
Or else. It's Friday, another week, another list of hot comics, thanks to comicbookinvest.com.
And we are excited to be bringing it to you, the comic book fam.
Make sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe button because we cover this list every single week for the comic book community.
Starting off at number 10, we have GRUMBLE number 2, the Jenny Frison variant. And you know this book was really hot the last couple weeks because Albatross Funnybooks, thank you Eric Powell, released something with word bubble variants, and that made it last week, and I mentioned it even a couple weeks ago. Well, now, number 2 came out, and the Jenny Frison variant is selling for $15 to $20. She's been doing variant covers for DC and Dynamite and a bunch of other places for a while. Lately, she has been working really, really hard doing the variant covers for the Wonder Woman run, but she's about to leave the Wonder Woman run, actually, and be replaced by Stanley Artgerm Lau. And I'm kind of excited about that, even though she's a great artist. But GRUMBLE number 2, Jenny Frison variant, that's great.
Very cool. Eric Powell is someone who really understands the collector's market. I'm pretty sure he's a collector himself.
Oh yeah, he has to be.
Because he went online and made videos about these variants and how excited he was to cause it to happen in the market.
Right.
There's also something really exciting that he announced today, that we're going to be seeing a GOON and GRUMBLE team up for next year's free comic book day.
Well, that is very, very cool. And honestly, I didn't see any notification of that. I actually got an email from Eric Powell's Albatross Funnybooks today, and it seemed kind of like a very mocking email. Judging by the number of reorders on GRUMBLE number 1 and Mega Ghost number 1, you all underordered. Thanks, Eric. So yes, we did all underorder. Everyone had to up our orders, and a lot of us were probably ordering GRUMBLE 1 just in case we happened to get a couple of those word bubble variants out there. But that is very, very cool because it's nice to see him doing more stuff with the GOON.
And this is the first GOON type of book that's going to be given on a free comic book day. And sometimes these free comic book day books actually garner some value.
Oh, absolutely. I know that probably 4 or 5 months ago, we even had the free comic book day 2007 Spider-Man hit the list because it was the first appearance of Mr. Negative.
That's right. Also, keep an eye out for the Umbrella Academy free comic book day. That actually predates the number 1 and is considered the first appearance.
And it's not even just free comic book day. We had a Batman Day comic
that's
earlier this
right.
year. The White Knight.
The Damned.
There was like a 3-page preview of Batman Damned.
Yeah, you got to keep an eye out for these. And, you know, it's just another reason to visit your local comic book shop.
Absolutely.
Coming in at number 9, we have Darth Vader number 25, the Del Auto variant. Seeing prices between $35 and $45. Now, something important is happening with this run.
Yeah, so the Darth Vader run is actually ending at issue number 25. This is supposed to be the final one. Now, the Delato variant is a 1 in 25 variant. It's a tiered variant. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to get. But the regular cover is gorgeous. The Galactic Icons we actually talked about a few months ago, the Galactic Icons variant Boba Fett that looked very cool. The final one is fan favorite C-3PO, and this is the 36th out of the 36 Galactic Icon variants. So there are other multiple variants that you can get of this Darth Vader. The Delato variant is gorgeous, but if you like Darth Vader and want to see how this story ends up, you might as well go out and pick up as many of the covers as possible.
You know the Star Wars fans are.
Oh, definitely.
Coming in at number 8, we have the Mike Deodato variant of X-23, number 7. Again, this made number 1 on our list last week, Russ. But you know what? The first appearance of the X-Assassin is not going to be keeping this off the list anytime soon.
No, definitely not. It's nice to see that it is still having holding power, because a lot of times you see these books, they hit the top and they're gone. So this is sticking around, and it seems to be a character that we're going to be seeing more of sometime soon. And again, X-23 is definitely a fan favorite. If you're not reading and following, you should be.
Now, this book's going for $35 to $45 as well. And you know what? You got to keep an eye out for the main cover too, Russ, because that book's already going for $10 too.
That's crazy.
Still holding strong. All right, let's move it on over to number 7 on the list. This book, Russ, I just got to be straight with you. I bought a collection it was last year. It had this run in it, and I sold it on eBay for $15.
Okay.
Yeah.
I honestly... Number 7, Adam, Legend of the Blue Marvel number 1. And it's the first appearance of the Blue Marvel. And Tom and I did some research, and we couldn't see anything about, is there a movie or a TV show or something? It's, about 10 years old, this book, and it is gaining traction. Raws are now going for over 110, and we couldn't see any discernible reason for it. I did some research, he did some research. So if you can tell us why, comment down below. Let us know, because truthfully, it's great to see a book like this spiking. It's something that you'll find it in collections.
I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Someone jumped on that.
Someone
eBay
got
listing.
a great deal on that, and that's not, we just don't know. So sometimes the information's out there and we just can't find it. So let us know if you can figure this out.
And then moving on to number 6, Russ. Another one of these keys that keeps making the list, one of my personal favorites to talk about.
This is such a cool comic. It's such a cool character. First appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. Interior art by Mirka Andolfo. And the copy we're giving away. This is signed. It is first print. You know what? 9.8 sales on this book. Were 300 last week. They're now 350. Raws you're seeing in the $80 to $100 range, if not higher. This book is moving, and we gave this one away.
We should just do the giveaway now.
Absolutely. Who are we giving it away to, Tom?
We're going to be sending this out to the Chinnist,
which is super cool. So you know what? Make sure you find the information in the description down below how to contact us so we can send you your book. And if you want to win something else, we have an announcement to make later in the end of this video. But subscribe, and comment down below for a chance to win another giveaway.
That's right. But before we get to that, we do have to give a shout out to members of the community who have been hitting those local comic shops. They've been going through those dollar bins, those quarter bins, and they've been finding some amazing books.
Absolutely.
We got a long list today, Russ. I think we should just go through it, man.
Sure.
Let's do it. We have Zach by Comics, who picked up the New Avengers number 11 and 27. It's both of the Ronin keys. It's a safe bet right now.
Absolutely, with what's coming out with the movie. We have Off the Rack with OVR. Got 5 out of 10 on the list last week, and wanted to know, is that good enough for a shout-out? Is that good enough for a shout-out, Tom?
Russ, I was thinking about it. I think it could be good for a shout-out. But what if, because we got 5 out of 10. I don't want the shout-out to take away from those who are getting, 2 or 3 books on this list, because if you get 2 to 3 books, that's still killing it on the list.
Dude, I have none of those books. So.
I didn't get any of these books this week. So, I don't know. I think it's worth the shout-out.
Absolutely worth the shout-out.
So we're going to give him a shout-out.
Yeah,
right.
shout out.
Shout out to you, friend. All right. We also have Lack of Workatosis, who picked up a Batman Adventures 12. Right?
Great.
You know how he got that?
And how?
He got it in the mystery mail call. We sent it to him.
Ooh.
Yeah, so congratulations. I had to slip it in there. Link
is
in the bio to
awesome.
sign up,
Yeah.
but congratulations.
Totally sending those out.
We also have Retropunk 2020, who picked up that amazing fantasy, First Aranya.
Yep, absolutely. We also have Eric 1980 NL, who got the red, the black, the blue, and the green Spider-Man hologram set. We know that there are first appearances in there, but if you want your mind blown, you should check out our true first video coming out on Mondays, because we have another surprise. Check out our backlog and get the new ones coming out every single Monday.
Speaking of Spidey 2099, we had a bunch of members of the community go out hunting for that appearance. And we have Michael Celentano, Comic Ginger 1789, I Like Comics, and Comic Smurf. He's a homie, all picking up Spidey 365.
That is great. And rounding out the list, we have Enough Comics Sean, 6 copies of the GRUMBLE variant, and I think he tagged me on Instagram, and I asked him where he got them. He's like, oh, I'm in the DC area, which makes sense, because
Eric Powell was wondering, I don't know where they went. Hey, Eric, you sent them all to Washington, D.C.
They
apparently.
all went to DC, Baltimore, all of that area.
Yeah, and
none of them. I got 5 copies of it, got 0.
All right, if you're in D.C., hit those LCSs.
Right.
All right, moving on to number 5. We have Captain America number 6. This is the first appearance of the Winter Soldier. This book has been creeping up again and again over the last few years. This issue is now seeing sales right back up to $80 plus, and we're seeing 9.8 sales exceeding $250 again. Mm-hmm. Now, we know that the Winter Soldier appears in the shadows in this book, and there's an additional cover to this run. There are 2 covers to this issue. You have the more expensive version, which has the Winter Soldier on the cover. Mm-hmm. Obvious reasons why that would be the key to get.
Right.
But you also have the cap cover to keep an eye out for. That's also getting a respectable $30 to $40 sales regularly.
So this is very, very interesting because a lot of times when you see the movies inflate a price, it doesn't deflate. You see the price go up and it kind of maintains. Then it goes up and then it kind of maintains. This is interesting that it goes up and it has been going down. So if there's fluidity in the market with what's happening potentially with the Avengers movie coming out in a few months from now, what are we going to see with Bucky and Winter Soldier? I think that's why this is up and this may not come down again. So watch this. If it starts to come down, pick it up.
One of the best reinventions of a Marvel character that I've seen in the last decade.
Way better than Nomad.
Definitely. All right, moving on to number 4. We have a new key here. Issue number 5 of Black Panther. First appearance of Shuri as the Black Panther.
Now, this is Black Panther Volume 5, Issue 5, because there have been a lot of reiterations of Black Panther.
It's so cool to see so much Black Panther love now.
Oh, yeah, it's really, really good. And Shuri was one of the best parts of the movie. She is fantastic. The actress who is on there did a great turn in Black Mirror, one of my favorite episodes of the latest season of Black Mirror. She's so good. And yes, great thing. I'm hoping that she does get a solo movie. They keep teasing that. But it's cool to see her as Black Panther in this book moving up again in the $25 to $40 range. It's so nice to see that.
And that's an affordable book. Like right there, we know that's a key. That's going to be sticking around. I think that's one to grab and probably to get slabbed.
Totally. Yeah, if you can get a raw, nice looking copy for $25 and get it slabbed for another $25, $30, that's a bet, and that's a good bet.
All right, here's another one that I know is on everybody's want list. This is a book that we talked about, and like, what was our second video that we did with CBSI?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's been that long, but you know what? It's still going up. We have number 3 on the list, Detective Comics 880, Jock Goodness.
Now, this is such a great Jock cover. It's so classic. A 9.8 went for $900 this last week, and it was only $600 back in the summer, and we kind of thought that was...
Dude, we thought that was done, man. Gains of $300 in a couple months.
Crazy. Well, and so 880 was a great one, but we also were talking about 371, 372, those other Jock covers that are just all underrated. Oh my God.
Black Mirror, man.
Yeah.
Scott Snyder goodness. I mean, there's so many good Jock covers that are hot in this run. But you know what? One thing that I thought of that may have caused this book to spike, we had a reprint of this cover get made. That hologram 880 Virgin.
Yes, so there's a black foil Virgin variant that has been coming out, and we know that it was available at New York Comic Con. We know that it was available at Fan Expo Canada. There's probably a couple other places it may have been available. I don't know the exact numbers on the print run because a lot of times when they say 1,000 available, that actually means 1,000 per day per show. And if they have, 4 days of con and 3 days of con and 5 days of con, there could actually be 25,000 copies of something out there. So we don't know an exact number, but there's a lot of these on eBay. I'm seeing them raw in the $50 to $200 range. There are a bunch that are signed by Jock. There's a bunch that aren't signed by Jock. So if you want an affordable reprint of this, go and check out the foil. They're on eBay and they will not last at these prices. This is going to go up there. It's probably not going to hit 9.8 for the black foil Virgin variant, but if you can't spend $200+ on the raw, you might as well get a foily one.
All right, moving on to number 2 on the list. This is an interesting one. We have an error print. We have the Winter Soldier number 1. Getting pages of Venom tied up all in it.
Now, this is really interesting because this was mentioned on the honorable mentions last week, and I think on the byline it said, are there any of these that are correct? Which is weird because the day it came out, I had 3 different people come into my store, ask to look at my Winter Soldiers, so I knew it was out there, but I didn't know what it looked like.
Did you get any?
No, I had heard of it, but there were none of them. Every single one that we got was correct. So the CBSI people and the other people who have been out there and finding it, I don't know whether it was just a regional thing, but definitely there are $35 was the sale. And then we even had one that went for over $200. It's an error print, and we have no idea the size and scope of this because there are way more corrected ones out there than we're aware of.
All right, finishing up the list this week, Into the Spider-Verse wasn't going to be staying off here for too long.
No, and I'm actually shocked that this is the first one on this list that actually had something to do with Into the Spider-Verse because the movie has been getting such great reviews.
Spider-Woman Alpha number 1, the Stacey Lee 1 in 25 variant. This book was being sold for around $100 just this past summer. And we're seeing issues of this now selling for above $500 at 9.8. Crazy.
That is.
But like, what's going on with this book?
Okay, so it's a 2016 book, and it's a team up of Silk and Spider-Woman and Spider-Gwen, which means it's early appearances of Spider-Gwen. A lot of that is moving. We know the early appearances of Spider-Gwen are just going to be more desirable now, and people are snapping those up quickly. But this book also happens to have the first appearance of Agent 77, the first appearance of Project Green, the super adaptoid, the first appearance of Agent Otto Octavius and Otto's Octopus, as well as the first full appearance of Cindy Moon. So there's a lot of first appearances in this book.
Cindy Moon? That sounds like an important name right there.
Yeah, Tom, actually, this is the Cindy Moon from Earth 65, who is Superior Silk.
Oh, with the success of Into the Spider-Verse, there are so many spider people that we need to be keeping an eye out for.
I have a very strong feeling we're going to have to do a video focusing on every single one of these spiders, and I'm really looking forward to that, and you should be too.
All right, we already did our giveaway for last week's video, but we do have a giveaway because tomorrow Aquaman comes out.
We have absolutely been talking about Spider-Verse a ton, but we really have to give a little bit of DC love here. Right now, we are giving away 2 gorgeous Aquaman variants. We have Justice League 11, which is the Jay Lee variant, and we have Aquaman 40, which is a Josh Middleton variant. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment down below for your chance to win these variants.
Thank you so much to comicbookinvest.com for getting us this list of hot books every single week so we can deliver it in video form to the comic book community. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and as always,
Geek responsibly.
Enough said. Thanks so much for watching this video. Hit that link in the description to sign up for the Mystery Mail Call, our comic book subscription service. We're sending out an ASM 129 in the month of January, and we'd love to have you be a part of the community.